let's get up the chat. Here we go. Check the volume. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. As I said. The volume 1 2 3 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Sounds good to me. Right, now, weirdly, I am a minute. Well, I was a minute early. How about that? That's a bit unusual. Just turn that slightly like that. A bit better. Good. So we've got another session of testing Void. Hi Ken. Hi Mark. Yeah, no, I live pretty much in the same space. My weekdays just blend into one. In fact, by the time Thursday comes around, I'm so shocked. I'm like, wow, have we actually had a week? So yeah, that is somewhat crazy. I hope you're well. Good to see you, Ken, straight in there. Yeah, so we're going to carry on in a minute once things get underway. I'm going to quickly, briefly go over Logan Rogers level 1, just briefly, and then we will launch into level 2 of Void. Now, I haven't actually put out the 0.81. I basically I thought to myself, right, I'm going to leave it until I've play tested it today, and then I always get a few notes, so I'll add those in to any corrections that I've already got, like some notes from last week. Probably the biggest one being the gas canisters. And Ken, no, I love doing them. We appreciate you taking time to do these playtests. Yeah, well, I definitely get a lot of benefit from it. Let me just see if this has got a light here. This thing. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. Rob, how you doing? Good to see you. Graham, how are you, my friend? Yeah, good to see you. So, launching into level 2, Logan has been doing well. He's gone through this first level pretty straightforwardly, with very little loss of health points. He was down to 6 at one point, but he's been able to maintain that. Hey Jeff, good to see you. And to a certain extent, I like to think there needs to be a bit more peril when it comes to stuff like this. Oh yes, switch to live chat. Let's do that. Right, haven't missed anything. Yes, I'll give it another minute, then I'll briefly go over that. Now I have actually printed out the alien cards for level 2. Now these may well have 1 or 2 errors in. We will see. I think they're pretty good. There may be 1 or 2 things. As I say, I haven't updated. This is 0.81. This set of rules, but it's not the most up-to-date 0.81, which I am in the process of doing. So that, as I say, that will come. It will come. But I want to give it another couple of days and just see what comes in, especially after this playtest. So Logan had this lovely map, and he did a number of destinations, but there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 encounters using the slightly older rules. Yeah, that is the most up to date one, Jeff. Yeah. And 84 XP. So we're looking to take Logan up to the next level. All right, that is quite important, really, for this level. We'll see whether we can do that. And yeah, no, I was really pleased with this layout. Remember, I expanded the map by a little bit, and that has allowed for a couple more rooms up the top there, bringing me up to the 84. I think that's the balance. It is all about the balance. That's what we're looking at here, really. And I didn't reprint. I'm not going to necessarily reprint these out now. I might just print the level tables that are doing for the further play testing. I've got the C12 pistol, which is the weapon that I have in my kit. Okay, so that's another thing as well. How many ranged weapons do we come up with? Did we go through the whole game without finding any other ranged weapons? That wouldn't be good, would it? So, got the aliens there. All right. He has got the jacket. I haven't spent any money. I don't really have. I've got 45 credits. When I look at the Talahar, how are you doing? Good to see you. When I look at the armor table, maybe we could have got some 45. Yeah, I could have got some. I could have sold this artifact, ossified pipe, biological. Could have started for 45 credits and got some armor. Now we didn't actually go down, did we? So you found a stun gun on level 1, Ken. Fantastic. On one test though, through the first 2 levels, I was lucky enough to find 2 ranged weapons. Fantastic. That is good news. That is very good news. So I'm kind of inclined. Do I use the camo tent and before we go down to this next level, if we want some new armor? Okay, so maybe we'll just have a look at the camo tent situation anyway. The military has equipped you with a high-grade camo tent that uses reflective crystal technology to make it virtually invisible. When placed up against a wall, they're very hard to spot. Using the camo tent replaces the process of returning to town in 2d6 dungeon. Your camo tent can be set up in any normal or large room, which we are looking to do for this last room here, where we had the acid driller, the computer wall. Encounter them. In addition to this, if the room seems particularly dangerous, no worries. You can only use the camo tent once per level. There are several things you can do in the camo tent. You can sleep and rest up, restoring your HP, which I don't need to do. If you have no rations, then you gain half your HP back. Use your stim dock to describe on page 26. We had a look at that, didn't we? We had a look. Yeah, stuck up on healing. If there was a creature in there when you entered the room. And that doesn't have an alien present when you first encountered the room. Very true. Well, I could go back to this space here. and do it. I've got no penalty as far as I can tell. Cyclops, there was one in each of these rooms. There's a little room there, but we can't set them as rooms. We can go back to this space here. There's nothing in that room. And because I've got no conditions, I've got nothing that is making me count the rooms, like blooded, then I'm fine. I can go back to this room. Use a StimDock. We had a look at what my gases could do. It doesn't really as much as I wanted it to. Is it light enough on the screen, just by the way, to see the map, the key thing? That is the question. You can use the 3D dimension. This is the most advanced piece of equipment. This object folds out. Yes, scan it. You can spend credits. Once ordered, then send them. Yes, you can only buy from the stims and armor tables. Sell items with a list provided with a listed or provided value through your IP scanner. The item is scanned and you receive the value credits and items. You can also construct one item, either a stim or throwing weapon, as long as you have the necessary components. Remove the stun condition if you have it. Right, so we will use the camo tent in this space here. I'm going to set it up here in the corner here, and just put a little bit of a drawing there. I'm going to write camo tent. Law-wise, obviously the camo circuits need to recharge before it can be used again, and that takes just long enough time. Yes, exactly. Basically, something along those lines. You get it. And so what we will do is I'm going to sell this alien artifact here. So we've got one here, ossified pipe. It's got some effect there which I can't quite read, but it's worth 45 credits, which is quite a lot. So that may be too much, but we will take advantage of that, and we'll put them in the credits list here. 45 credits, and we'll have a look at the ammo table. We could maybe get some stims, the armor table I should say. And what have we got? Well, can't really see it from there. How about there? So 45 is ceramic leg plates, which gives me a 6 and a 5. Polymer helmet, 5 and a 3. Got the primary 5 already. The tactical flex suit. Now I do have a cargo jacket, but the tactical flex suit would fit underneath that. So I think I'm going to do that. It's a 4 and a 3. And that is 30 credits, which takes me down to 15 credits. And that is tactical flex suit is a 4 and a 3 minus 1 damage. 4 and a 3, and the 4 is circled there. That indicates when you're defending against range attacks. Primary 4s will mean there is minus 1 damage deflected by the tactical flex suit. 30, right, and while we're in here and we're happy in our camo tent, I think what we might do is have a look at the stims table. Here. And what have we got? They're quite expensive in the scheme of things. 15 credits left. I can afford a toughened skin, -1 damage per level in one whole combat, +1 free attack in the second round of a combat. Momentum, let's get that. Momentum stim, +1 free attack in second round. One combat. Okay, that's 10. Ossified pipe equals once per level can cause a biological enemy to wander off. Oh yes, that's quite powerful. Oh well, we're not going to do that. Thank you, Jeff. So what's the explanation how you can buy things while in the tent? Teleportation with reverse Terminator rules. Only unorganic stuff can be transported. Right, so the exact wording, just so that we get this precisely right, because obviously I've thought quite a bit about this, because I want it to be as real as possible. So, real as possible. The object folds out. You can use a 3D printer. This is the most advanced piece of equipment you carry. This object folds out and sends out a covert signal to orbital merchants. Using the interface, you can spend credits to order and print anything from the stims table and armor table. Once ordered, they send you across the molecular information that you can print out whenever you like. Some of these appear in sections, then click together. But this does not affect quality. There you go. It reconstitutes the molecular information, and using a very refined printing powder that's loaded into your 3D printer, that its molecular structure changes as it comes across. So there you go. Ask a silly question. Thanks, Graham. Right. Okay. For selling, how does it work when selling a gas canister with some sort of gas? Well, Jeff, there is an explanation. So, selling items with a listed or provided value through your IP scanner unit. Sell items. The item is scanned and the intellectual property and molecular information is transferred to the buying merchant. The item then destabilizes at the molecular level and evaporates. You receive the value in credits and the item on your account. Aha! Yeah. Oh, I love law. I love the law as well. See, there you go. Right. Awesome stuff. So we finished, come out of the camo tent. No need for healing because we're above our baseline. So the next section is, where do we go down on the table? Let's just fill the information in the top here. Sorry if my writing's a little bit funny because I'm just kind of writing sideways a bit. Level 2. It is the 4th. Is it the 4th or the 3rd? Or the 5th? Is it the 5th or the 4th? 5th or the 4th? Let's have a look. The 5th. Let's put that right. Let's make that right. Okie dokie. The 5th. Alright. Oh yeah, we're going to compare the spot. Where do we come down? So it's this one here, and we're going to put the ladder here. Down like so, and then we have an entrance space. Right, so let's read the 5th. Thank you, guys. Right, so level 2. So one of the updates that I did just fairly recently was when you go down a level, just check out the level tables, and lo and behold, we've got a little bit of text. You jump off the ladder and find yourself in a 3x3 room, not a 9x9 room, which was an error that I made originally, thinking 3x3 equals 9, and I just wrote 9x9. Something easy, I would say each item is broken down to its molecular components and it is reconstituted into lesser or more complex components depending on cost. Something along those lines. Sounds like you've got it, Rob. Okay. So, oh, it's a little bit bright in that corner, isn't it? Maybe a bit bright over there. Turn that slightly like that. Okay. It's all about the stream, the pro streamer here. You jump off the ladder and find yourself in a 3x3 room with 3 exits. There is a data terminal here into which you plug your HC5. You extract some data, including an image of a cell and a technical readout. You reveal that this is the detention level of the Dark Hulk, and that a specific bird-like species called the Shreve manage a level for the ship's AI. They also live on this deck, and their culture has been assimilated into the design of the rooms. There is a glass case here in the wall next to the data terminal. You tap the lock and it swings open. Inside is a gas cartridge. Roll on GACT1. Right, so we will do that first. This is one of the nice things about having a room, the first room that I can kind of tailor. It allows me to kind of give out some healing stuff or some gas canister, something that might be useful, help them survive that level, you know, in theory. Let's just push this up just a touch. There we go. Bit better. All right. Okay, so we're going to roll here, just 1d6. We have got 3 Flickarian gas. Now we may have one of those already. If not, that would be very, no, we have times 2. Okay, we'll come back to the gas another time, and next time, by the time I play this, I love the next level starts where we finish. Yes, there was some comment about it in previous, for dungeon, people have asked questions about that, but this time with a ladder, it feels like you can kind of just drop into the level much more easily. The main service lift is out of action because the ship is kind of on lockdown a little bit and there's other issues, but yeah, anyway, we don't need to get too deep into that. Right, we're going to the next room, so we are just going to basically start exploring level 2. Hopefully my binding holds together on this. Here we are. Level 1, level 2. Right. Okay. So 3x3. Let's put that in. And we have 3 exits to take us into this level of the spaceship, the Dark Hulk. Here we are. Hopefully you can all see that. Maybe I might go slightly closer. Let's bring it just a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, that's probably better like that. Alright, so we're at this edge here. I think we're going to go north. Let's put a little bit of detail in here. Got some wall panels going on here, some dials, maybe like a seat in the corner here. Just some, oh, and you know what we haven't done? Chamfers. Thank you. I remembered. Thank you, Ken. There we go. Where would we be without our sci-fi chamfers? There we go. Lovely. So we're going to go north. Ah, it's 1 by 2. So 1, 2, 3. How many doorways? 1. So we'll just put 1 at the top, I think. And let's do it. Bit of a corridor. Wow. 4 across and 1. So we are how many exits? 2. So we've got 4 across, 1 up. So we're going to go here. We'll put a chamfer corner in there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put a room going down like so. And maybe a room going up here into this space. And we'll see what's up in that space above us first. Like so. And this is a dead end. Alright. Maybe people will get into the gist of it. They'll just start doing it. Right, so we've got a 5 by 4. So what I might do is squeeze this room in here, although there's nothing going to be here necessarily. So actually, let's bring it in here. It's going to be 3 up rather than 4 up, based upon our space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can't use my gun in this particular space, unfortunately, because it is up against the hull. Let's put that in there. But we can see what this room is. Right. Oh, you're right. Good call, Jeff. Very good. Right, we'll leave that like that. And just have an exit at the end there. That makes sense. Jeff's right. You can't have one there. I almost imagine that as a separate anomaly. Right, so let's see what this room is. Exits. 1 exit. Well, we could have one here. Let's do that. So it does carry along. It matches up with this one actually. We might have a room that connects up these two here. We'll see. Okay. Right, let's roll for this room. Here we go. Yellow first. 54. This is the pipe junction. This room is full of steam. Pipes run up the wall. One is broken, which is where the steam escapes. At this works a subset end clone. It turns and attacks, pipe in hand. If you survive, roll on PIPT1. Okay, so in our first room, we have, it's going to write it here, pipe junction. Pipe junction there. Unfortunately, I can't fire at the bugger. Just going to have to let's go straight into combat. Do a little bit of shading as we go along. All right. So we have our first level 2 enemy, subset M clone. Let's just put that over there. Nice, plenty of space. And And we have, oh, I should have found the correct combat platform, but I didn't. Okay, and we've got my guy here. Now, let's have a look at this guy. He's got a smooth dodge. These guys are smooth operators. And he's got high kick and improvised strike, and which would be his pipe. And this featureless humanoid is clearly some kind of construct or clone. It is sculpted, smooth, and without ears or nose. It sees through opaque eye sockets and attacks with unexpected ferocity. Alright, and its smooth dodge blocks primary 3s, 4s and 6s, which we are okay with. So this looks like a positive situation. Let's put 1 on there. Okay, let's see how we do. Right. I'm not going to use any of my other abilities either here. Any of my stims, as far as I can tell. Doesn't strike me as being something that is too powerful. Incidentally, if I kill this guy, 35 XP takes me up to my next level. Pistol I can't use because we're up against the hull, unfortunately. Otherwise I would blast him. So I roll a 4-5. Yes, 4-5, which is not very good. I can't shift to any of these numbers here. I'm just going just a touch more. There we go. Can't shift to any of those, so no good for me. Now to the subset M clone. Bear in mind, I've only got 11 health points. 5-1. Wow. He can shift to high kick, which is the 4. Alright. Okay, so that means he does D6 -1 damage, but that is a tactical, my tactical flex suit blocks the primary 4s there on his thing, so it will be -2. So it's 2 damage, takes me down to 9 damage. Okay, round 2. He wins the first round. We've got 4-2. I could shift that to a 5-2, which allows me to do the conductive pound, and that is, he doesn't block that one, so I do D6 +1, 4 points of damage. Let me just write him on this sheet actually. M clone, I'm just going to put and he's got 12, and I did 4, taking him down to 8. Indeed, Poundland, eh? Have you got Poundland in Germany? Is that what it's? Right. Okay. His go. 5-1. The same roll allows him to do a high kick, which is a D6, and because of my tactical flex suit, it's -2. So it's another 2 points of damage. Down to 7. Right, okay. Okay, this is looking dangerous. I've got to get over this hurdle of being just level 1 with HP baseline of 10. Alright, round 3. Yeah, exactly. Right, 4-5. Oh man, that is not good. 4-5. 2. No, that's not good. Learn something new every day. Never heard of Poundland before. Exactly. I don't know what it's like. It must be the same in America, but we have conductive Eurolanders on the same ring, exactly. We have Poundland, Pound Stretcher, a whole range of things like Only Pound. What other ones do they have? Everything a Pound. I don't really take notes on this subject, to be honest. But they're just basically cheap stores. Must be the same. We call it Pound Town. Tavern Law. How are you doing, my friend? Dollar Tree would be a US equivalent. Ah, Dollar Tree. Ah. Idolatry. Ah, yes. Okay. Right. Hang on a minute. Are we on to round 4? I've lost my track. Yeah, I think we're on to round 4. Or did he? Whose go is it? Oh man. Oh. Are you tricking me, Talahar? Oh, I see. Oh, it's Tavern Law. Thanks, Tavern Law. Whose go was it? Did the clone roll for his 3rd round? Anybody fill me in? I've completely lost track. Was it 3rd, or did he not have his strike? What do we reckon? My bad. I was painting minis and came in at Poundland. Did he have his? No. Did he have his? He didn't have his attack. Right. The clone. Here we go. Ooh, nearly a prime attack. That would have been bad. 6-5. Oh my god! Improvised strike. 6-4. You can shift this to a 4. He's hit me every time. Bloody hell. D6 -2. Now, I don't block on this. It's a D6 -2. As before. 1 point of damage. Down to 6. This is getting a little bit hairy here. Alright. Alright. So, next stage. Next round, we've all got +1 to our shift, which is not necessarily. I'm down to 6. He's down to 8. Oh, this is not feeling good. All right, here we go. 6-4. Oh my god. 6-4. Ah, I can do it. I've got +3, so that goes 1, and then this goes 1, 2. Using 3 shift takes me to the conductive strike. D6 +1. We need. Should have bought an extra medical stim. 1. 2 points of damage. Okay, now he can't hit me 4 times on a trot, surely. He's down to 6. Alright. Here we go. Well, I do have a medical stim that I can use. I haven't used last time. So, if he hits me again, I'm using the medical stim. 5-2. What's he got? 5-2. He can shift to it. The bugger. Look at that. 4-1. So he gets D6 -2. I'm on 6. Ah. All right. So that brings me down to 2 health points. First room. I'm getting wasted, getting destroyed. Right, next round, I'm going to have to use my medical stim. Now, did I have it as potions? Stims, I think I did, didn't I? Or they... I can't remember. Hand-to-hand combat. Were they like potions so they take up a whole round? I can't remember. Yeah, that is quite a... Doesn't say here. Right. Bear with me a sec, folks, while I look this up. If it doesn't stipulate it somewhere in here, I need to add it in. I cannot see it here. Because I remember when I was writing it thinking using a stim would do just much quicker than drinking down a whole potion. What do we think? What did I do it here? Sometimes it's not as obvious. Empty stems, fixing things, rations. Doesn't actually say. Jeff? Did we do it? Was this? All are no out of combat. Well, I reckon that this needs to be more obvious in here, doesn't it? Needs to be more obvious. Right, let me make a note of this. Using stims in combat. That needs to be highlighted. Because potions would take up a round. Alright. You have to grab them out. You have to grab out your stim. Do that. That would take up a round. Okay, we'll just treat them like potions for the moment. I'm going to use my stim and it takes me up to 12 HP, and then he gets an attack. Okay, so 4-2. Again, he hits with a high kick, -2, no damage. Maybe, right, so we're on round 6 now. This has become a bit of an epic battle. Oh, it's fine, Jeff. I was just trying to look up whether stims take up a round of combat. I think they do. I can't see it referenced in the rules, though. Thanks, Ken. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, that's the way it's kind of worked out. Good. Right, so round 6. My attack, it's not looking good. Oh, I'm back up to 12, but still pretty tough. 3-1. Yeah, I can shift to the conductive pound, and I just do 2 damage. Wow. Takes it down to 4. This has been a slog. All right, then it's his go. 4, 5. Improvised strike or high kick. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's D6 minus 2. 1 damage. Okay. Round 7. 4, 2. I can do the conductive pound. D6 plus 1. It's 4 damage, which is enough to kill the blighter. Takes it down to 0. Wow. Okay, that was pretty intense. If I hadn't had the medical stim, I would have been down to 1 health. So that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. But the good news is 35 XP takes me up to 8929 XP, and that means I become a level 2 freighter captain. Let's just get rid of that there for the minute. There's no loot there either, so we'll just put that over there, and then let's have a look at the freighter captain. So goes up to 18 base, and there's no change with the technical or coding. Okay, so I need to add a note as well. If you've up your skill level, yes, note about increasing levels, skill reference, as in maybe that needs to be okay, yeah. So if my coding is actually 4 and it says 3 on here, so there's no indication. So is this the correct way of listing these technical now that we play it? 119, is it? Oh, thank you. I knew that. I was going to change that. So I'm up to 18 on my base, and I get an extra 8 points. Actually, I go up to the 18 because you get 8 points equivalent, but you can't go over your baseline with that improvement. All right. Okay. All right. No other loot there. Right. So the room itself did have a little bit of extra to it. I think the pipe room. Yes. Roll on the pipe table, which is back this way. Here we go. Pipe problem table. So this room is a bit of a problem. D6. 5. A low pipe is vibrating violently. As you pass, it ruptures and bursts fluid across the floor. Roll on substance table 1 to see what spills out. Let's do it. Here we go. D12. 9. You find some damp fume spores here. Right, okay. So we'll put the fume spores in the backpack. We got a plastic pouch, I think. Just have a look here. Cloth pouch. Now, did I add the plastic pouches in? Shock emitter, plus 5 damage. Mustn't forget that. 1 hit times 2. I've got 2 of those. Alright, I will attach one of those for the next fight. We're going to put one in now actually. So we'll put a shock emitter. I've got a bit of paper here. I'm going to write shock emitter +5 damage. I'm attaching that one now. So, but my weapon has been equipped. My what am I using? Electro hammer. All right, you've got to attach that before the combat, and I feel like I've taken a bit of a hit. Nigel, how are you doing? Good to see you. I think I sent that note. I just list it plus. Yes, that is exactly what it is. Yes, thank you, Jeff. +1 or +0. That is perfect. I will do that. That makes sense. Shock emitter is now on board. Right. I did. So we're going to put some spores in here. What were they called again? Fume spores. In plastic pocket. Now I haven't written those on. I think maybe I added that in after we started playtesting, but I got 2 of those. You start off with 2 of those, right? So there we go. So a pipe burst out of it, some fume spores spilled across the floor. I'm like, oh, they might be handy. I don't know why, but I get a feeling. We do see you, Nigel. Okay, we are going. Keep the skill cap though. Yes, 10 on the skill cap. You're not wrong. Okay, we're going to go west here, and oh, it's a 6x2 room, 6 high by 2. So it does take in this room here, but it is a dead end, which is fascinating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dead end. Let's put a chamfer corner here. All right, and one here. What is in this space? This is very tempting just to put some, just to shade this bit in here. There we go. Looking good. Right, what is this room? It's a normal sized room. Let's have a look. Level 2. Here we go. Behavior self-binding. What have we got? What's going on here? Why is it doing this? Okay. 62. Wall patterns. Many large feather patterns fan across the metal walls here. Several glow and others vibrate. You plug in your HC5 and see that it needs a beta code. If you have one, roll on set 1 and then SHVT1. Okay. So this is a wall patterns. I'm going to write wall patterns here. And so they've kind of got all these patterns on the wall here. Lovely long wall. So it's like a gallery. There's something else about these. Do I have a beta code? I have got a gamma code only. So that is not good. All right. So I can't access that. Now, so we do roll an SHVT1, but it's not made incredibly clear with the way I've written it. I'm just going to make a note of this. Now, it may be that I had no room, so I had to kind of sneak it in there, and you kind of... Yeah, we're going to get a beta code, don't you worry. We'll be back for the beta code. But it does mean that you roll on SHVT1. So we're going to do that. Try to add a bit of flavour with the levels. And so this is the Shreve encounter table. So this space is obviously of Shreve design. And we're going to roll to see what happens. Let me roll a 6. In bursts a wild looking Shreve. Its body is half machine and it wheels around the space until it hits a wall and goes still. After examining it, you realise it was rejecting the implants. Roll on CYLT1. Okay. That is page 55. Let's do this. Page 55. Here we go. So we're going to loot the creature's body. I've yet to find even one beta code. Okay. Need beta codes. Alright then. Some of these tables do offer up beta codes, so with any luck. Right, let's do this. 8. In a concealed compartment is a proton capsule. Okay. Now, proton capsules are ammo for a particular type of proton gun. Okay, which could be handy if we come across a proton gun. Also, just for your interest, with this version of the game, with Void, there is a glossary at the back here. Proton capsules. Going for the proton bolter. They are small crystal balls of stabilized proton, and when slotted into the proton bolter, they split and fill the weapon's energy hub. They cannot be refilled. There you go. I'm going to sneeze. I thought it was anyway. Sorry about that. Ooh. Right. Let's carry on with this. Got the map here. Right, so I've got to backtrack down here and go through this door that's heading west. We've got a 5x3 with 2 exits. So it's 3 up. I'm gonna fill it up. I'm gonna move it up this way, and it's 5 across. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? We've got 2 exits, so we'll do 1 across here, 1 directly opposite, and come down here, and then 1 down this way as well. Might swing it over this side of the room to keep it compact. It's right on that side there. Now what we didn't check is the doors on these rooms up here. So we'll just assume those are corridors, but we've got to remember to do the doors. Okay. Right, this time we will check the doors. Here we go. 46 decon vents. There is a metal bench at one wall and long vents above. Suddenly, yellow gas floods the room. If you have a gas mask, you cover your mouth or lose 3 HP. Next, roll on IAU 1 as the gas clears. Right. Okay, so decon vents. Let's put that in here. Alrighty. And decon vents, security doors. These in here. All right. Now decon vents. I don't have a gas mask. Let me just check my list here. No. So I lose 3 HP, which is pretty bad. So let's go down to 15. All right. Now, we also roll on IAU, the events table. Let's do that. Here it is. $26. There is a magnet set into the wall. A red light on the panel flicks on as you approach, and you are pulled against the wall. You cannot move away, but you can reach the panel. Make a successful -4 technical check to shut it off, or a buzzsaw drone comes in just as you detach yourself. It attacks. Right, let's make this check. A technical check. It's a -4 technical check. And that's 5. We do. Fantastic. So that's a panel. So we've successfully made that check. That is a... what would that be? Recognize function. Let's do that. Recognize function. Put one in there. Alright, so there's like this big magnet here. Let's put this magnet like that. You get drawn to it. It's kind of got this. Let's have some stuff going on there like that. Fine. In the decon vent, that makes sense. Right, now we're going to go this way. We need to roll to see whether the door's locked. West. 1. No, it's not. So we can go through here and then roll on this next. See what happens here. 3 by 4 with 3 exits. All right. 4. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's put 1 below as well. Why not? That's 4. And then we need some exits, don't we? So we've got 3 across. So 1, 2. I'm going to put an exit over this way. 3. Kind of like it's like a junction, and then 1 at the bottom here. There we go. What is in this room? You are indeed prisoners with archways. Fantastic. Every spaceship needs a big honking magnet room, of course, especially in a decon vent. Goes without saying. Right, what is this room? Level 2. Here we are. 61. Did we have that one before? No, cubicle zones. There are several small plastic sheet cubicles. In each is a gurney and an IV stand. One IV bag is full. You check the IV bag and it appears safe. If you use it, restore all HP, but you must roll on level 2 patrol table. Okay. So, cubicle zones. Just going to write that here. Squeeze that in, really small writing. And we've got some kind of gurneys here. I've got sheets and you've got the beds in here. Let's do that. That's it, with the pillow on there, say. That'll do. And the question is, do I want to face a patrol? I don't think I do. I think, and I will only heal 3 HP, so I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Now I could come back and do that. I don't see why not. Which I might well do. That will heal all my HP. Okay. IV bag. Alright, so maybe I'll come back to that another time. And we'll just proceed along. Right, we are going to go into this space here. There are 2. Be up against the ship. I'm going to go west. See that. Maybe we'll go north and see what's in this room up here. It's a double. Okay, 3x3. Okay, so it's a 7x5. How exciting. Is that actually, that's not, 7x5 is not quite a large room. Is it? Let's have a look. Yes, it is. No. 30. Not a large room. It's a normal room still. Okay. Right, let's see if we can fit it in first. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Oh, let's not cover that exit. We'll go all the way up to there. Add in the chamfers naturally. And because of its size, it can't have any exits, so we'll just make it a dead end. 2, 3, 4, 5. There won't be any way of forming an exit. 1, yeah. Just like that. Lovely. Alright, oh, that slots in perfectly. And if there is an enemy in here, 7x5 equals 35. It is a large, I said it was a large room. Yeah, yeah. As I was saying, it's a large room. I am a creative writer and a designer, not a mathematician. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jeff's right. There we go. Let's put that like that. Okay. It's a big old room. It's a big room at the top. Large, as I was saying, large room. Thank you guys. Keep an eye on things there. Let's do this. 8. Dumping zone. In this dumping zone, large skips contain metal panels, wires and plastic tubing. There are also piles of trash. Roll twice on Vert 2 and defend yourself as 2 aliens emerge. Afterwards, roll on LRIT 1. Oh no. Oh, this could be bad. This could be very bad now. That's like one of the worst things you can roll. 2 vermins. Let's see what we got. This could be bad. Oh man. Small, should be around here somewhere. Here we go. Oh god. Right, so we've got the Scythe Beast. Okay. Scythe Beast, Fell Wing and Morphic Exogen. They're pretty tough. If I get two of one of those, it's pretty bad. We don't want high numbers here. We don't want high numbers. Oh. No. Okay, here we go. Let's look at this beastie. Look at it. There he is there. He looks pretty tough. And what else do we need? Oh! No. Oh man. Two 6s. I just cannot believe it. Oh, okay. Oh man. Okay. Right, let's see what happens here. This could be the most epic, one of the most epic battles we've ever had on the stream. He's discovered some kind of lair. They've all got 8. They've got 18. Which is the same as me. If only I still had that ossified pipe. Yeah. God, that is a good point. Well, it did save me. By selling the ossified pipe, I might not have got this far because the armor that I bought with it saved me in the last fight. So, it's all ifs and buts, isn't it? I know. It's going to put some objects here. Just stacks of stuff, wire, bits of wire. These are the objects that were all kind of gathered here. It's like its nest. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. This, as I was saying, bearing about my level and bearing in mind where we're at, this could be over pretty quickly. So I did attack that shock emitter. So we've got one little saving grace there. Alright, attacked. The shock emitter is in place. So I will do +5 damage the first time that I hit anything, but then that is it. Now, is there anything else in here that I have in my selection? I can't fire because it's up against the hull, but I could inject the stim before the combat. Let's do that. I think I can't fire either. How ironic. inject all your stims. That is all my stims. Just having a look here. Power coupler. Just having a look at my list of items. All right. We're doing it. Injecting the stim. Second hit, I get an extra hit. Okay. Momentum. Stim injected before the combat. All right. So let's try and do this. Don't fancy my chances. 2 morphic exogens. Here we go. Right, my round. First attack, +5 damage. Yeah, I used the medical stim earlier. 2, 3. I can shift that to the spinning uppercut. D6. They have primary 2s, 3s and 5s. Okay. It's -2 damage. So it's +4 damage. D6 +4. Nick! Happy birthday, Declan. Okay, here we go. Ah! 1. No, I just don't feel it's with me today. So we got 5 damage on the first exogen. Let's move this one from beneath here. Unbelievable. 5 damage down to 13. Alright. Right, they both get to try and strike. Now they've got a 1, 5 and 3, 2. So first one is 6, 4. Cannot shift to that. Second one is 3, 5. Cannot shift to that. I can imagine these creatures kind of like prowling around, trying to lash at me as my freight engineer. He's kind of got his fists up with his electro hammer in one. Here we go. Second round. I've got to take out this first one. 6, 2. Okay. Second round, I also get 2 hits with this one, 2 strikes. 6, 2 is this D6 +1. They do block -2 damage, so it's D6 -1. 4 damage. Okay. It's down to 9. And then I get a second strike. Come on. 2, 3, which is an exact strike. Fantastic. So that is D6 plus my shift and D6 +3. Is it? It does 2. So D6 +1. So that is 4 damage. He's down to 5. Not bad, not bad. Then we've got both are striking. 1, 4. Okay, that is a strike there. That is 1. Do I block any 1s? No, I only block 5s. I block the secondary 3s. No. Right. D6 -1. Ho 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 ho. Nothing. Okay, second one's attacking. 4, 4. It cannot shift to that. Fantastic. Round 3. This is going well. 5, 2. Another exact strike. Look at that. So that is D6 plus 2 because of the shift, d6 plus 3, but it's, again, I'm a bit penalised here because it's blocking my primaries, 2s and 5s. Okay, so it's d6 plus 1. Come on, 3, get out of it, man. Man, down to 2. Okay, they both attack. 6, 4, cannot shift to that. 3, 3, you can shift to that. Alright, rending bite. D6 plus special armor, cannot deflect this attack. I cannot block this one, even though I wouldn't anyway. 5 points of damage. Oh man, that is bad. Okay, down to 10. Come on. Right, can we do this? Round 4 plus 1. This is where it gets really, this is where I die quickly. 5, 3. I can shift to the uppercut. It's d6 minus 1. Oh man, I can't believe it. No damage. They attack. 1, 3. You can shift to that with the 6 minus 1 lash. Oh. Oh man, that is savage. 5 damage. Wow. I can do nothing. It attack. The second one attacks. 6, 5, cannot shift to that. Nice knowing Logan Rogers, yeah. Right. Okay. We've still, it's not all lost yet. Not all. The first one's down to 2. Here we go. My attack. It's round 5. 2. Here we go. 4, 1. Yeah, we can do it. 6. No damage. Can't believe it. 2, 1. No, it can't shift towards that. Oh no, 2, 1. No, it can. It can do rending bite. Because that makes it 3, then 1 because it's got 2. Yes, it's got 3 shift. Although, did I have 3 shift? What did I roll? No, I missed. Here we go. No damage. Oh no, 1 damage. 1 damage. 1 damage. Oh god. I'm getting all excited here. Okay. Right, we have the last one. 5, 1. 3. So that takes that down to 2, and then to 3, the up to rending bite. Here we go. D6 plus special. 5. Death. Oh man. Oh, it's okay. -1. Logan Rogers. The creature's tail comes around, it lashes me, slicing my body open. I collapse onto my knees and fall forward. Both alive. Both so lucky. My rolls were terrible on the damage. I should have killed that first one. Anyway, they're both alive. They drag me into the metal and then feast on poor Logan Rogers, who dies on level 2. Death. God damn it. That was a long string of unlucky rolls. Jesus. My lord. My lord. Okay, so here we go. I went through here. Death. Death. I think it is interesting. So I think when you design something like this and it works out that way, I still think that was a pretty epic end to Logan Roger's life. The chances of rolling that, getting both those, is pretty slim. It was actually, I found that was pretty exciting to get 2 of the Morphic Exogens. It will. We'll bring it on. It may be that, I don't know. It is supposed to be dangerous. I think that. Thank you, Lauren. I think at the end of the day, there's that moment when you face adversity like that, and you think to yourself, "Wow, if I get through this, it will be bloody epic," but it will also be amazing if I did. It would be pretty amazing. And when you're handed an opportunity like that, I think the game is working. I think on some level, it's like all the mechanics that come together. You know what this involves. You're given this situation. Can you overcome it? Can you overcome it? And I didn't, but I felt like at one point in that fight, I was getting close. I was close to surviving that. I was close to taking that first Exogen out and then having more of an even playing field. But it was tough. I even though I used those 2 items, I used the stim and the shock emitter. I feel like, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. But you used some stuff. It felt good. That felt exciting. So the question is, how do I continue on doing the testing with this level 2? So what I think I'll do is we'll call it there. If taking the first one out in round 3, it might have gone differently. Yes. Yeah, no damage dealt after that. I think a series of bad rolls taking you out is a learning moment and a bit of confirmation of the system. Yeah. I feel like that is just how sometimes things go. Sometimes it works out that way. So I think what we'll do is next week, what I'll do is I will redo that fight. We'll recreate that fight and take it from there. Okay, as a part of the testing process. Now, if we were playing the game normally, obviously the character would be dead and we wouldn't carry him on. But I think what we'll do is, just for the sport of it, next week we'll do the fight again and see what happens. Okay, we'll recreate what items he had, and then maybe go on. The random element makes testing a bit more difficult. Yeah, it does. Testing throws all sorts of things up, and I think that one there was pretty spectacular. But I'd like to fight that again. That's a bit of a challenge. So we'll carry on with this fight and carry on. We want to test some more level 2, so it makes sense to do that. And also, I'd see if I could win that fight. That would be very cool. Yeah, good stuff. Lots of fun. And it feels like it's coming nicely. So I've been working on level 3, understandably, this week, and I'm this level. I'm trying to nail down some of the creatures first to help develop the lore as I write the tables. Sometimes I do lots of table writing, and then I do the creatures. But this time I've decided, right, I'll try and do some creatures. And that has been an interesting process. It's changed it up a little bit for me. So Jeff, Mark, I'll be sending you through some creatures to look at ASAP. And I'll have the link for 0.81 very soon. There's been a couple of things here that have come up, like the skills leveling up, which, Jeff, you probably said, and I missed that. I apologise for that, and I'm going to incorporate that into the table. So there will be some adjustments to be made but I'm not going to print it out again. I think it's fine as it is. I will print out the new character sheets because I'm going to make in gas cartridge areas, gas areas. So that will be a change to the sheet that we'll see. And yeah, no, it's coming together nicely. Not much of the base rules are kind of changed or updated as I play test. So no, that feels all pretty good. So guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for contributing. It's always a lot of fun seeing people's comments and helping me out with the rules. Toast to Logan Rogers, yeah. Logan returns next week. And I will catch up with you very soon. My run, I just finished level 1 but have only 68. My prospects don't look good for level 2. Those monsters look scary. They are pretty scary, Lauren. I look forward to seeing your results. Don't forget to post your stuff on Facebook as well, people. Again, appreciate the stream. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Guys, take care, and I will catch up with you very